Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP and I'm going to try to answer some of your questions in today's video as well. So this comes from Eli Marty. Stay calm. It will all be okay. There will be a ton of volatility and narratives over the next few months. If you notice it is affecting you, log out and come back in 4 to 5 months and you will smile. You don't have to do anything. You know, everybody always says the sideways movement on the price of XRP is the biggest shakeout. It actually isn't, in my opinion. What I think is going to be the biggest shakeout is when we start to run up and we hit a price point. Then all of a sudden, we start to pull back. People will then be calling the top. They'll be telling you, if you plan on taking profit, do it now before the price really drops on XRP, only to see the price go even higher. Then another pullback will happen. People will once again be calling the top. People are going to get shaken out as the price of XRP rises. Wait and see. And this is why I always told you, if you plan on taking profit on XRP, come up with some sort of game plan. This way you will have no regrets. Me personally, I plan on never selling all of my XRP because I want to see XRP reach its full potential price. Finance consultant says institutions will never leave XRP after adopting it. And I think that's true. That's why once demand increases, it will never decrease. And once institutions acquire XRP, they will never trade it, only hold it and use it. And this will continue over time. You know, once the demand for XRP starts rising, we are going to see the price of XRP rise with that demand. The one thing I've always looked at along the way, and I'm speculating here, is Ripple set up all these rails all around the world, right? Just imagine XRP going live on all those rails all at once, like a flip of the switch moment. I'm thinking that is going to happen at some point along the way. And if that happens, all of a sudden, the demand for XRP will rise so quick and the price will rise with it. I think that will be the moment that anybody that sold all their XRP will have the rest of their life filled with nothing but regret. And that's why I don't plan on selling all my XRP. Also, as the demand for XRP rises over time, we won't see those big pullbacks anymore either. People will be saying, oh, I plan on buying back once XRP dips. But what if it never dips? Because all we have is steady demand. And I think the same thing is going to happen with XLM as well. Ripple and Stellar will be foundational in the market infrastructure of the new financial system as illustrated below. Now we know what XLM is built for as well as we know what XRP is built for. But we're going to see the demand for both of these cryptocurrencies over time really rise in price due to that same demand. And that's why I always said, you know, I think that's going to start in 2025. I think we're going to see a massive alt season, though, as well, especially if Brad's prediction for the total crypto market cap to be more than $5 trillion. I think we're going to have an amazing alt season. But then shortly after, utility is going to drive the price going forward. Apple and Ripple and Interledger Protocol. Now, some of you asked me about Apple and Ripple in previous videos. Unlike other blockchain firms looking to disrupt the current financial sector, Ripple is working hand in hand with banks and financial institutions to make the current payment system more efficient in leveraging the blockchain technology. It has partnered with numerous banks across the world. However, by adapting Ripple backed Interledger, Apple became one of the first tech giants to adopt the technology. So we know Apple is working with Ripple as well. Now, we know there's also a massive amount of NDAs out there. Here's what I picture for those NDAs. Those NDAs will become daily announcements in the future. I think it's going to start once Ripple and the SEC come to settlement. Once the case is finally done and over with, we will see daily massive announcements that this company and this bank is working with Ripple utilizing XRP. And at the same time, those big announcements are going to happen. Those same banks and companies are going to be utilizing XRP as well. So you will have the announcement and the price rising at the same time because demand is rising for XRP. What I'm telling you is exciting times are ahead for XRP holders. To all the crypto people who think they'll be rich next year, surprise. Canada announces date for real-time payment system launch. And now they're saying it's going to happen in 2026, real-time rail system. However, Canada is working with Ripple right now. I think Canada is also going to adopt MiCA regulations or similar regulations to MiCA. And I also think they're pushing ahead with the UK and the EU. I think they announced that time, but I don't believe that's the time frame. Because any country that isn't moving with the rest of the world into the digital age is going to be hit with such hyperinflation that things are going to cost astronomical prices. Think about it. They will be cut off from the rest of the world once the whole world is going digital. It's the same reason I said the US is definitely going to have a CBDC. It's going to move. The US is going to move with the rest of the world. And I think Canada is as well. HSBC with MasterCard bringing commercial cards to mobile virtual digital wallets. The app will use MasterCard's robust virtual card and tokenization technology to offer enhanced data security and spend control features, accessible via a consumer-like interface. Now, a lot of you asked me about Swift, and a lot of people in the comments section believe that Swift is going to be with us for years to come. However, think about MasterCard, Visa, American Express. What's going on right now? They come up with this game-changing technology for the front end, and people want to use it. But then they start to use it, and they still realize it's the same old bullshit because the back end is broken. So MasterCard, Visa, and American Express most likely wants to push away from Swift because it's not working for them. But RippleNet does work for them. It fixes the back end. Same thing is happening with countries as well. And more countries are going to continue to push away from Swift along the way. Colombia wants to join BRICS as soon as possible, and Brazil will promote its membership. There are at least 30 countries waiting to join BRICS. Now, all those countries that join BRICS along the way are also going to stop utilizing SWIFT because SWIFT has been used against Russia in the past with sanctions. So all these countries no longer want to use SWIFT. What are they going to use? Most of these countries right now have Ripple rails inside of them. So if you look at the big picture, what it leads to is all of these countries utilizing RippleNet and XRP. That's what I mean when I say all roads lead to XRP. They're also talking about SDRs. The SDR is definitely a consideration concept for the BRICS currency. Take a listen to this.
There weren't any clear indications as to what this BRICS currency would look like. And To be honest, so far it isn't clear as well. Although close cooperation and close research has been announced to develop some sort of a basket of currency that may look like the euro or may look like the special drawing rights that are, of IMF.
So they're coming up with something that kind of looks like what the IMF is using. And we are not supposed to be holding SDRs. I'll talk more about that in a minute. This will not require a bank to initiate payments. Automated settlement will be possible as well. This is how blockchain settlement can be implemented into an ESDR based on an e-currency. So they're already trying to develop technology around an ESDR and blockchain. Description on how the IMF can work with the private sector to explore how a cryptocurrency-based ESDR could be more widely used in private transactions, an opportunity that should not be missed. So if the IMF is rewriting the rules on an ESDR and they're looking for more widely use of an ESDR going forward, maybe at some point we can actually be able to hold an ESDR or an SDR. Now, this is piquing my interest because even this ESDR document states a new form of SDR would be stablecoin based, and then goes right into how XRP would fit this stablecoin arrangement as an ESDR. Very interesting. However, if they're talking about a stablecoin, what about Ripple's new stablecoin? Maybe that could be used as an SDR or an ESDR. Maybe it will morph into that. I'm just speculating here. And say it does. And we know the value of an SDR would be massive. It would easily be over $1,000. And say XRP is moving that ESDR from one country to another. XRP still has to be at a high value to do that. And if XRP does become an ESDR and the IMF is rewriting the rules on an ESDR and we're able to hold an ESDR, it would still play into our favor because XRP would then be priced well over $1,000, like an overnight event. But we're not quite there yet, is what I'm saying. Until it happens, it's all speculation still. But what I'm trying to show you is what could happen as we push into the future. VeChain announces tokenized gloves in partnership with UFC. Now, I mention this because you all know I'm a huge UFC fan. But what this shows you is that everything, and I mean everything, is going to be tokenized in the future. The water, the trees, the air you breathe, everything is going to be tokenized. But this is where we are right now. Tokenization is happening at a very small level. I expect that to pick up, though, over the course of the rest of this year, next year, the year after that. Once tokenization really starts to gain momentum, there's no stopping it, is what I'm saying. And the reason I did this video, I wanted to kind of answer some of your questions. When it comes to an ESDR, it's hard to even talk about at this point because we're not quite there yet. But now that the IMF is changing the rules, that could very well play in our favor. And I also like to look at Ripple's stablecoin because I think this is going to become something very big over time. Also, I wanted to address the demand for XRP because right now we don't have enough demand to really move the price of XRP. But I think by next year and the year after, that demand is definitely going to be there, especially when XRP is running on all those Ripple rails. So hopefully I made some sense of all of this for all of you. But, until it all happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.